In 2003, Madden 04 dropped, and it changed the way Madden was played forever. Michael Vick was on the cover, and in-game he was absolutely unstoppable. He was faster than anyone on defense, could break contains like nothing, and throw lasers all over the field. Since that day, Madden has been dominated by running QBs. They give you an explosive element that the defense can never be quite ready for, and they allow you to make plays that a pocket passer never could. Then Vick coming into the NFL opened the door for other athletic quarterbacks to be accepted as viable options in the league, and now they have completely taken over football at the college and pro level, and I don't think the rise of the mobile quarterback will ever stop now. Now, my goal for this scheme is to create the ultimate mobile quarterback offense that utilizes all the unique things that these quarterbacks bring to the table and uses them to their full advantage. But I didn't want to just base it off one quarterback. It is going to be based off 6. Each video coming up will be built around an athletic mobile quarterback and how each of them played and how their scheme was designed in real life. But all the plays will be in the Ravens Playbook for each video, so all the schemes are meant to be used together. Now, the 6 QBs we will be basing each video on are Lamar Jackson. He is the modern day Michael Vick, possibly the most explosive athletic quarterback ever. He has broken rushing records at an astounding rate so far in the NFL and is just getting started, and he was no different in college, being one of the most explosive players ever and taking home a Heisman Trophy. Then Cam Newton, the scariest blend of size to overpower defenders, speed to turn on the jets and pull away, and throw power to blow the top off any defense. At his peak, he was one of the scariest players to ever lace him up on a football field. And over his career, he was able to capture an NFL MVP, a Heisman Trophy, and a national championship at Auburn. Tim Tebow, quite possibly the most iconic college football player ever, and led one of the best college offenses of all time with the Florida Gators. He was able to win 2 national championships and a Heisman, score touchdowns, run you over, and win. That's what Tim Tebow does. Michael Vick, where it all started. When people say someone plays like they're in a video game, they literally mean Michael Vick. Speed for days to run away from anybody, could make defenders miss in a phone booth, and had maybe the most underrated insane arm in NFL history. Vick really is a legend that changed football and Madden forever. Now we have 2 more QBs that I'm going to be making videos on and recreating their schemes. But I want to keep you boys guessing a little bit, so I'm not going to tell you who they are, but I'm going to leave you 2 hints. Both quarterbacks won the Heisman Trophy in college, and they both played college football in the great state of Texas. Let me know your guesses down below. Now, I think this QB run scheme is going to be perfect to start with in Madden 23 for a few reasons. First, the pass rush is way improved this year, so why pass? We're going to have the most insane explosive run game you have ever seen. We will be using triple options, power reads, read options, RPOs, bubble screens, jet touch passes to give you the most diverse run game that is possible to make in Madden. Also in Madden 23, the QB runs are even more effective than last year. Like power reads, they were basically unusable in 22, and this year they have gotten so much better. I have ripped off absolutely humongous runs with this concept. Also, triple options this year give you the ability to pitch the ball so much better. I have been wrapped up, going down, being tackled, and flipped it out to a running back who is wide open with nobody around from just insane angles that weren't possible in last year's game. So for this offense, even though we're going to have 6 different videos with 6 different quarterbacks, it's all going to be part of one scheme, and they're all going to have overarching themes. First is utilizing the QB as a running option on almost every running play. This just adds so much explosion to the offense that you just would not get otherwise, and this forces defenders to completely shift their game plan to stop this, opening up way more options across the field. Next, we're going to build a dynamic play action game off the QB run schemes. This is where we're going to dial up a ton of big plays down the field, hitting our fast receivers for huge gains. Then with our play action fakes, the user is going to be so focused on the quarterback that this is going to open up holes behind him. Then lastly, we want a ton of motion all over the field. Now this does a few things. First, it can give us super unique alignments and route combos to help us hit big plays all over the field. Then I also have a ton of tricks with the motion man to get rid of read defenders and pitch defenders, and this allows us to completely completely transform some of these QB runs and make them almost impossible to stop. Now, if you want to unlock even more for this offense, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Now, as we move through this scheme, I'm going to be adding a ton extra to the site for this offense to allow you to take it to the next level. But then up right now on the site is my QB run school video. This is where I walk you through the 8 different type of quarterback runs that we'll be running in this scheme. And I have a bunch of different ways we can improve them and tricks to unlock them to make them that much better. Now, if you want to check any of that out, I will leave a link to Scheme Kings down below. And just keep in mind, there's only 1 week left in my Madden 23 launch sale. Use code Madden23 at checkout for 50% off your first month. Now, for our personnel and formations, we're really going to have 2 different styles of offense. And remember, we are going to be running all this out of the Ravens playbook. Now, first, we are going to have heavy formations that will tend to be in pistol, but we do have some gun as well. They will have 2 running backs and a tight end. This is where we're going to play power football, coming downhill and bending face masks. And we get to our more speed and spread looks. Here we'll sub out a running back for a 3rd receiver. Now, this is going to be much more predicated on speed and space in these looks, but we're still going to have a ton of QB runs that we will utilize. But here we're going to have more drop back pass looks, and spread concepts are going to be much more common in these formations. Now we're going to break down the personnel for this offense, but first we're going to look at our 3 main stars that you really want to nail down to use this scheme to its full potential. First, and this should be super obvious by now, it is going to be your quarterback. Now, you want as athletic and fast as you can get. This is all built around his ability to move and make plays, but also throw power and accuracy are bonuses, but they are really secondary to speed and athleticism. Now, so far I've used Lamar a ton at this point, but I just picked up the new Jalen Hurts as well, and he is a great fit. Next, we have our RB1. Now, for this player, we want speed and athleticism to break huge gains. Our goal is to get this player out in space as much as possible, so he needs to make people miss in the open field, and we're going to be throwing the ball a ton, so receiving ability is a huge bonus. Now, here I'm using Joe Mixon, and for abilities, I have Jukebox. This is going to make him even more deadly in the open field, and he's going to make a ton of people miss. Then we have Backfield Mismatch. This ability increases your ability to separate from man coverage, which is huge for how Madden 23 is playing right now. Then our 3rd star is our Speed Gadget Receiver. Now, you want as fast as possible in this spot. He will be getting jet sweep, so he has to turn the corner and make plays. Then he will be our bubble player, so making people miss in the open field is huge. And then he is also going to be our main deep threat, so he'll be our main target on our deep 1-play touchdown shots. Now, I'm using Tyreek Hill here, and for abilities, I have short in elite on him. I have short in elite. Now, this will help you get way better separation against man coverage, and this is a must-use ability right now in Madden 23. Now, for the rest of our personnel, we have our running back 2. Now, this is going to be our big downhill in between the tackles runner. He is going to rack up tough yards for you, and he's going to be your main goal line back. At this spot, I have Derrick Henry, and I'm also using Bulldozer on him, so he's even going to be that much tougher to bring down. Next, for our receiver number 2, we want a more big blocking type receiver who has the size and strength to make those possession catches in traffic, and we want him a really good blocker so he can help spring you in the run game by washing DBs out of the play. And in this spot, I am using Corey Davis. Then at our wide receiver 3, he will be who we sub in for any 3 receiver set, and we will play him on the outside, and we will put our speed receiver Tyreek Hill, in my case, in the slot. Now, here we want speed and size. He will be on the field for a lot more passing downs, and we do dial up some deep shots to this position, so being able to hit him deep down the field is a really big bonus. And here I am using Tyquan Thornton. Then at our tight end, we want a big blocking possession type tight end. He needs to be able to make contested catches all over the field, but having the speed to run away from man coverage is a really big plus right now. Now, I am using short and elite on him as well to make sure we are separating from man coverage, and at this spot, I'm using Tyler Higbee. Then if you want to use this offense in regs, I recommend using the Ravens, Cardinals, 49ers, or Eagles. Now, I cannot wait to bring you guys this whole offense. But to hold you over till then, I have my guide on how to beat man coverage in Madden 23, and it is all run out of the Baltimore Ravens playbook, so it is going to pair perfectly with this offense once it all comes out. So if you want to check that out and learn how to beat man coverage this year, you need to check out this video right here.